TheFagBreak by Stephen Lee Rees. Episode 14, Worrywarts, in which Tina's worried about Darren, Barry's concerned about Peter's new hobby, and Sylvia's nowhere to be seen. I'm getting a milky coffee. Do you want anything?
Jason Statham in a budgie smuggler.
Tina?
Well, it's too hot for coffee, Lynda.
I know, but the machine doesn't do ice lattes. What do you fancy?
Jason Statham in a pot of ice cream?
Oh, I'd have that right now.
Lynda! Get your own fantasy, man. I'm sure your Trevor won't like that.
Oh, I'm not worried about what Trevor likes. Besides, if he caught me with a tub of coffee ice cream and a naked Jason Statham poking out of it, he knows I'm only in it for the coffee. Are you having anything?
Only heat stroke and a sweaty undercarriage.
Tina.
I've got a cold drink, Ovs.
Oh, rest it between your boobs. You'll cool down quicker.
Now, Lynda, I know you probably don't want to talk about this because of all the things happening with your nan, but I'm worried about Darren.
I know what you mean.
You're worried about Darren too?
No, I'm worried about my nan, and I don't want to talk about Darren. Come on.
Ugh, Lynda!
Oh, I need a fag to cool down.
John, you're out early. You all right?
No, actually, I'm not.
Oh, what's the matter?
It's Maggie, the missus.
What have you done to her this time?
I've not done anything, Lynda. That's the trouble. She won't speak to me.
There must be a reason.
You've obviously said something you shouldn't have.
Apologise and then make it up to her somehow. That should work.
Yes, but it needs to be a genuine apology or it wouldn't mean a thing.
True.
If anyone apologised to me without a reason, I'd be very suspicious. I'd be like, what are you hiding?
I suppose she'll think he's done wrong.
Precisely.
So really, he needs to know what he's done before holding his hands up.
Exactly. I know I'd assume the worst, and if she thought that, he'd really be in the crapper.
Precisely, because he'd have broken her trust and got her overthinking. John, once you know what you've done, give her a meaningful apology.
Then you can buy her something nice.
However, if it's really bad, then gifts won't cut it. Let's not forget, Tina, this is John we're talking about, and he's obviously done something massively wrong, so he'll need to show his redemption big time.
Oh, I know! A weekend away!
Good idea. But coming from John, it'll sound like a dirty weekend away.
Hang on a bloody second.
Oh, she won't want that.
No, she won't want that.
She might.
She won't.
Renewing vows might cement their bond, especially if it's broken.
Oh, renew vows on a full-blown holiday, hey?
That's it, Tina. A cruise.
Hey?
Yeah, Maggie clearly wants a cruise and he's not listening to her needs as a woman.
Do you mind? You've undrawn and quartered me without a fair trial.
But we know you, John.
Just apologise.
How do you know I've done anything?
You must have done.
Now look, she's the one that's avoiding me, so there's clearly something on her mind. Maybe she's done something wrong. Maybe she's the one that's had a fling.
Well, if she has, fair play to her.
Yeah, I can't fault her for that. The way you treat her.
Well, bloody hell.
Hold up.
Oh,
Hello? Oh, hello, Gladys. Oh, did she? An hour ago? But you watched her go back in? Oh, Gladys, I'm sorry about all this. I'm sure it was company for her. And is she, all right? Okay, then. Bye. Bye. That was Gladys.
no. Really?
My nan's popped round for a cuppa.
Oh, that's nice.
She wasn't invited. She just walked in whilst Gladys was in the bath. Oh, she's getting worse.
Talking of walking right in,
Excuse me, do you mind if I allocate myself a seat out here among you all?
you can allocate yourself anywhere, Barry, so long as you don't cry.
I'm not going to cry, John.
Sit on the end, as you don't smoke.
Ooh, all right.
Do you want a fag?
No.
Is everything all right, Barry? You seem a little troubled.
Are you worried about Darren as well?
I may talk to Darren in private, Tina, but it doesn't mean I'm obsessed.
I'm not obsessed.
No, you're not obsessed at all.
I just need a little fresh air, that's all. And crying, John, whatever are you insinuating, that I'm emotionally unstable?
Oh, I know you're emotionally unstable. I've heard all about it.
You've heard all about it?
Yes, I've seen you blubbering into your handkerchief like you've just seen Bambi for the first time.
I see.
Oh, Barry, what's the matter?
Yes, do tell us.
I'd rather you didn't ridicule me, John, so I'll first ask you this. Would you like me to open up?
Do what you want, Barry, so long as I don't have to see it.
Oh, charming.
Barry, I've got my own concerns right now with Maggie avoiding me like I've given her intimate ringworm. If you want to open up, then just do it.
Oh, John, I didn't realise Maggie was avoiding you.
Well, she is.
If you'd like my advice on the matter, ask her what you've done. Because you'd have done something wrong. Then, immediately apologise.
Exactly.
I've not done anything.
Oh, John, you always put your foot in your mouth with every word you utter.
So apologise for God's sake.
Agreed.
Carry on, Barry.
No.
Yesterday, I came home from what was a very stressful crochet class and discovered a well-proportioned lad in his late 20s, gagged, bound, and handcuffed to the bedposts.
Barry, what was he doing there?
What do you think he was doing, Tina?
I'm guessing it wasn't the Macarena.
Ooh!
Sorry, Barry. As you were saying?
His torso was covered by hand, as I saw the finger marks, in what could only be described as lion's black treacle. He laid there looking like Grace Jones glued to my homemade crinoline bedspread. It was just so wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry, Barry.
Placed upon him was a mountainous peak of custard, decoratively arranged around certain erogenous areas.
Oh dear.
And I know which custard he used, as he enjoys the velvety pouring type, which he goes wild for over a neat little peach strudel.
Don't we all?
However, I bought a powdered bird's tub myself last weekend, which is a very different type of custard. You see, I promised Peter a sherry trifle as we had Todd and Casper coming around for supper and an evening of Monopoly, the Golden Girls edition.
Oh, I love the Golden Girls.
Oh, lovely. And did you all dress up?
Just how gay do you think we are, Lynda?
Sorry.
I mean, hello, it was Golden Girls. Obviously we dressed up. I played Dorothy.
Obviously.
Peter took man-hungry Blanche, and if that's not a subtle sign of infidelity, I don't know what is.
Oh, Barry.
Needless to say, I could tell whose custard it was upon that treacle-esque body without the need for a closer inspection. It was my custard sitting stiff upon his nipples.
What the heck was stiff upon his nipples?
The trifle custard, John. It's confectioner's custard powder. Do you know what this means?
There was no peach strudel?
It means the lad must have been there for hours whilst it set. Or Peter had pre-planned the whole damn thing.
Aww.
Then, of course, there's the added insult of sprinkling hundreds and thousands across this young man's body with 4 delicately placed Haribo cherries.
The jelly cherries?
No, the sugary soured cherries.
Oh, no.
4?
Indeed, John.
Well, where was the 4th one placed?
2 for the nipples, I'm guessing.
Correct, Lynda.
1 for the tip.
Naturally.
And,
Um.
oh, the belly button.
Oh, the belly button.
The belly button.
Sweet, innocent, yet fragile minds. But no. You see, this lad was handcuffed solely to the headboard. His legs were stretched far back over his black, treacled torso.
Oh, God. The cherry went there?
Where?
On his...
Oh, that's disgusting.
I still don't get it.
You don't want to get it.
Legs thrust up together like a heavily basted rotisserie chicken supporting a cherry treat. The absolute slap in the face.
Yeah, but you'd like that, Barry. I often wonder how Maggie would react if she walked in on me, gagged and tied to a bed with some bird prancing around in a baby doll negligee.
She'd be glad of the peace and quiet.
I'm sorry, Barry. All those years of marriage wasted.
It must be heartbreaking to find out you've been cheated on.
Hang on. A minute ago you were both praising Maggie for cheating on me.
Yes, but it's you, John. Barry's in a completely different scenario here.
as he's not a knob.
Agreed.
Oh, I see.
Now, Barry, I know you're worried about Peter's infidelity, but have you asked him about it?
He claimed that he'd taken an art class and was painting this man onto canvas as a sort of homework.
Oh.
In my day, we were lucky if we could take home what we created in woodwork class.
What did you make in woodwork class?
Nothing fancy. Just a square pen pot like. A pot for pens. But square.
And you couldn't take it home?
No, I think the teacher took a liking to it because it was square. Besides, he had something to put in it.
Like what?
Pens, Lynda. He had pens.
Ah, well, he would.
I think I'd be good at painting naturalism. I mean, if I could be let loose with some acrylics and a blank canvas and already had the skill, I think I'd start by painting a sandwich.
You'd paint a sandwich?
Most people start on bowls of fruit, don't they? What type of sandwich?
A man sandwich.
Oh, yes. Plenty of meat.
Honestly.
I'd paint myself nestled between Jason Statham and Henry Cavill.
Oof.
I'd also paint them nude.
Lovely.
Oh no, I couldn't think of anything worse. Painting in the nude.
Your subject would be naked, not you.
Trevor might like that.
He can like it in his sleep. I've got other things to be concerned about these days. Mostly my nan.
So why did he take the model guy person home?
He wasn't a model, just a friend of a friend who DM'd Peter on Instagram after seeing a candid holiday picture of him in a nightclub in Antwerp.
OMG! Barry goes clubbing!
I don't do crowded spaces with musky armpits. I stayed in the hotel suite. There was a triple bill of Faye Dunaway and her famous cheekbones.
I didn't realise Faye Dunaway had famous cheekbones.
She does in our house. You could use them as a hat stand.
Oh, I fancied her back in the day. What were the films you watched?
Mommy Dearest.
No idea.
It's more a camp psychological thriller than a biopic of the infamous Joan Crawford. A bit like Miss Dunaway's performance, actually.
I'm still none the wiser.
Think Norman Bates with a handbag.
Oh, right.
Then, of course, the equally camp Supergirl with Helen Slater. Only this time Miss Dunaway resembled Bernadette Peters. Only taller.
And the third film?
Chinatown.
Never heard of it.
Is that the one with Jack Nicholson?
The hunk from The Last Detail. Yes, indeed. I nodded off to Chinatown as it didn't quite catch my attention, but Miss Dunaway played a character that resembled Marlene Dietrich. Only less German. Well, she wasn't German at all, really. She was an American. Well, the bit I saw, anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about. Well, if I'd known you'd be out here, Barry, I'd have left Pauline covering the counter earlier.
I can't go back in just yet, Sandra. I'm too... No, I mustn't say.
All right, then. I'll sit next to you, John, and have myself a little fag.
Sandra? I don't suppose you've seen Daz?
No. Will he be coming for a fag?
No idea. He's doing an awful lot of thinking whilst doing an awful lot of bugger all. So I've left him to it.
Poor thing. He's made his bed, now let him lie in it.
Yes, but I've not seen him so down. It can't be easy, living in Sylvia's caravan and barely seeing his kids.
No. His head's all over the place.
Yes, but which head? He can't seem to make up his mind. He loves his kids and he loved that Maz. But as far as Karen, she's just there, hanging about, tormenting him.
Like a skin tag. You just can't reach.
I preferred Maisie. She made him fun. She brought out his inner child.
That's because she mothered him, Lynda.
I can't say I noticed, but then Darren's always been soft with me.
She brought out his vulnerable side, which was nice to see.
Anyone could cook him a few pies and listen to him talk.
Yes, but no one else did they, eh?
It's not like I didn't try.
How's your nan, Lynda? Still walking?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Lynda. Here you are listening to me and my drama, and I've not once asked about your family matters. I didn't realise your nan was on the precipice of losing the use of her legs.
Oh no, she's still got them. That's the problem.
Eh?
She's walking all over the place now. Last week she ended up going to the park, and I've just had a phone call off Gladys saying she's been sat in her kitchen all morning having a cup of tea.
Well, what's wrong with that?
She's in Gladys's kitchen. She just walked straight in and put the kettle on the stove as if she lived there. Poor Gladys was having a bath.
Oh, dear.
You know what you should do, Lynda?
What?
Get her tagged.
You know what you should do, Barry?
What?
Get Peter tagged.
Oh, he's come crying to you all about it, has he?
I was not crying.
Barry, you were practically blub, blub, blub.
Honestly, I did not blub.
Well, I'm sure Peter wanted to paint you, but you're too busy attending crochet classes.
It's more of a group than a class.
But I only took it so Peter could have some space. And now look, he's enjoying every minute apart.
Has Sylvia turned up yet?
No,
Oh.
I'm very worried about her.
She's probably got lost in her own coat sleeve.
I can't imagine what she's getting up to as she's not run anything past me.
Unbelievable.
I'll be having words with her when I next see her. Making me worry like this.
It's unlike Sylvia to be off.
Yes, you ought to give her a call, Sandra.
I've tried. No answer.
No answer. Well, who knows what's happened to her?
Anything could have happened.
I know. I'm getting worried sick.
You mustn't worry.
The old girl will be all right.
Yeah, she'll be all right.
Although, if no one's seen her over the weekend...
What are you implying?
Remember when Sylvia was complaining about the council taking her bins the other week? Well, she was also complaining about how cold she was at night and how the electric blanket kept tripping.
She's cold in this heat wave. She must be mad.
Well, she's a short, bony old thing.
She could have been fried alive.
Ooh, I never thought of it like that.
And you're all out here, smoking.
Oh, no. Anyone got a light? This one's had it.
Bit like Sylv by the sounds of it.
Here, have that.
Oh. Thanks, Lynda.
I wouldn't normally, but would you like one for me?
Eh?
Really?
I think I'm in need of a puff or two.
No comment.
I think it's wise. Here, have that.
Perhaps she's been burgled in the middle of the night. She's gone downstairs to check it out, only to be gagged and tied up by a bunch of balaclava-wearing druggies.
Sounds like she's had a run-in with Barry's Peter.
We're right here.
Having a smoke.
And no one would know.
Oh,
Surely Darren would, as he lives in a caravan.
But is he likely to notice? If his head's in a whirlwind over Kaz or Maz? Come on, Lynda.
1 pint of milk and an hazelnut yoghurt. And to think, no milkman will cotton on to her whereabouts.
No.
Why?
Well, she hasn't got a milkman, has she? She goes to the corner shop. I said to her, it might save you a few pennies, but you're getting on now. And who's going to notice you've had a fall if you've not got milk bottles mounting up on your doorstep? Only regular visits from the milkman would notice.
Maybe he is a regular visitor, Sandra, but drops his trousers instead of a yoghurt pot.
Ugh.
oh, how uncouth.
Oh, John, can't you see she's worried sick?
I'm not worried sick. I'm not settled on being worried at all, but I admit, I'm definitely concerned.
We're all concerned about Sylvia.
I'm concerned about Peter, not Sylvia.
But I am. I'm worried sick.
See? She's worried sick.
I am. Very worried.
She's worried sick, Barry.
I am.
Sick with worry, aren't you?
I am. Sick with worry.
Are you worried sick, Sandra?
I am. I've gone through all but one fag in this packet, and I'm only 2 hours in. I don't know what I'm going to do by lunchtime.
You'll be worried sick.
John!
Worried sick and gagging.
Why gagging?
Sylv's got the fags. She could have had a fall with them fags. She could have slipped down those steep stairs of hers, 'cause her slippers don't have any grip, and squashed our fags.
How do you know her slippers don't have any grip?
Well, because
She's tried pushing her before, hasn't she?
Trying to calm Sandra down here.
But it's true. There's no grip. She glides about the carpet like a Dalek. She's a bugger for not picking her feet up. It'll be the death of her.
For all we know, the poor old bean's probably burnt herself to death, changing the kind of gas for Darren in that caravan of hers.
Oh, don't say that. Anyway, Darren can change it himself if he needs to.
Not if he's worried about being with Kaz or Maz.
Friction burns. That's it. The only way she knows how to warm up without turning the halogen heater on.
Eh?
She'll be ferreting under the covers, grinding her little backside around on the mattress to warm up. Only one almighty fart inside her sleeping bag, and boom, up in smoke.
Oh,
John,
God.
don't be ridiculous. She'll be fine. Besides, she's not in the caravan. Darren is.
Hopefully she's not wearing slippers.
Oh, God. I can see her. sliding over the first step, plummeting head first towards the bottom of the stairs. And then,
Crack! Her neck breaks, and she's simply lying there for days.
And we're...
Having a smoke.
yeah.
Look, Sandra, I'm sure she's just missed a bus or something. Have you tried texting her?
Oh, that's a thought.
Oh, well, there you go then.
Yes, let's not kill her off just yet.
Do you want me to message her?
Would you mind?
No, of course not. Then we'll have another fag to calm down.
Yeah.
Go on then. I'm getting quite used to them. I'm feeling much calmer about any disappearances and infidelity.
And if she is dead, well, she'll not be going anywhere, will she?
No.
There, sent. If she's all right, she'll message back.
And if she isn't all right?
Then she won't message, will she?
Look, Sandra's not long said she phoned her and there was no answer.
Oh, no, that's true.
She did say she needed to change a wheel on her caravan.
Barry?
When did you say that?
Last weekend when she got back from Somerset. Perhaps she changed it. And something happened.
That's it. It's collapsed right on top of her.
John!
And as we sit here enjoying our cigarettes, she's lying splattered all over her driveway.
Oh, my God.
Don't start putting ideas into Sandra's head.
Yes, I was all right till I came out here. Now I don't know what to think. Has she replied, Lynda?
No.
Oh, Christ.
I'm only thinking aloud.
Yes, well, don't. You're being silly.
Exactly. How would you change a caravan wheel with Darren in it?
Well, he's out of it now, isn't he? He's at work.
I wouldn't call it work he's doing, but he is here.
And where is she now? Probably changing that wheel. Oh, thank God. She's got in touch.
Hello? Gladys?
Oh, flaming heck.
What do you mean she's not there? Well, where is she?
Sandra,
Yeah,
do you think Darren was happy with Maisie?
I don't care.
Well, do you think Darren will be happy with Karen?
Tina, I really don't care right now. Sylvia's missing, and Darren will do what he wants. Well, he clearly didn't bring Sylvia to work, did he?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
No one thinks about anything.
I've got my own concerns, you know. Maggie's refusing to speak to
She's
me.
probably gone back to bed, Gladys.
Well, I can't help you, John. Perhaps you should apologise to her.
I haven't done a thing.
Well, there you go then. Apologise for not doing anything.
Oh.
Okay, if you see her, can you get her to safety and give me a ring? Thanks. Bye.
Oh, your nan's gone walking, hasn't she?
Yes. Gladys had popped round to check on her and she wasn't there. So God only knows where she's got to.
Oh, am I glad to finally get here.
Where the bloody hell have you been?
We've been worried sick.
I've been worried sick.
You're a bunch of bloody worrywarts.
I've been extremely worried. I've had to have a cigarette.
Yes, well, you don't smoke, so I'll have that if you don't mind.
Oh, don't mind me. Just take what you want, but leave the face.
So come on. I've been going out of my mind wondering where you were.
Where you bugger.
Oh.
You were worried about our fags. And if you must know, I've bloody sat on 'em.
Oh, what on earth did you do that for, you stupid woman?
Don't blame me. I was standing up to change seats when the bus driver broke suddenly, which launched me into another seat. Then bye-bye fags.
But why were you late?
Well, Darren said he'd give me a lift to work, since he's now residing in my caravan. And so I got to the caravan, and he was nowhere to be seen.
Not even in his car.
No, he'd buggered off first thing.
That's not like Darren. I said something was up.
I had to make a mad dash to the next bus stop when it just passed me by. So then, I had to dash to my normal bus stop and wait for the next one.
That would have made you half an hour late, not half a day late.
Yes, but who was it came talking to me?
Pauline?
No, surely she's at work.
Oh, yes, she is.
Oh, yes, she's covering me whilst I have this fag. So who was it?
Tiffany.
Oh, not her.
I said, what are you doing at the bus stop, Tiffany? As she's normally on the morning shift at the corner shop. Well, she says she's going into town when the next bus passed us by again.
Not having much luck, are you, Ducky?
No. We only missed it because neither of us had her hand up, as she'd showed me her new tattoo done by her dyslexic artist friend. So there wasn't another bus for at least an hour, so we went for a coffee.
Why didn't you answer your phone?
Tiffany was using it to book herself in for a laser removal session. She wasn't exactly over the moon about a dyslexic friend's tattoo, as what should have been a stencil tattoo of "My inner strength" actually read "My inner stench." Not ideal on her inner thigh. And of course, when we finally got on the bus, she wouldn't shut up about it. So I moved seats, then squashed me fags.
Well, this is all fascinating, but I must get back inside and see to my department.
Yes. We better go back in and relieve Pauline from our counter.
I'm surprised you're out here, Barry.
He was crying again, wasn't he?
Oh, Peter, I suppose.
Look, Barry, for what it's worth, I do sympathise with you. I too had the fright of my life when I thought Maggie was having an affair.
She still might be, for all you know.
You thought Maggie was capable of being with someone else?
Yes, I came home once and heard her screaming and thanking God at the top of her lungs. Over and over. She was like, "Oh God, oh God, oh God, yes!"
Well, if she wasn't having an affair, what was she doing?
She was getting her feet pummelled in the lean-to by a chiropodist with a pumice stone. My point being, you don't need to know everything. Not everything is what you think it is.
Wise words. However, it is what you think it is, Barry, as you've given him the old green light to fornicate. Peter was absolutely dotty over you when you grew a moustache, but the moment he told you he liked it, you shaved it off. And remember when he told you he adored you in that stylish suit with the bow tie? You stopped wearing it. Is it any wonder he's lost interest when you constantly push him away? You're never at home long enough to enjoy his company.
I suppose I do an awful lot of classes without him. I best go in and ponder.
Yes, let's go back in. No point worrying about Sylvia.
Eh? You were worried about me?
Yes. But mostly our fags, though. Come on, Barry.
Charming. Oh, Lynda, your nan looks well. We had a chat on the bus. Apparently she's off to see Some Like It Hot at the Flicks. I didn't realise there was repeat screening.
There won't be. She's been looking at old newspapers.
All right.
I'll just go and,
Oh, John, wish Maggie a happy birthday for yesterday from me, won't you?
Happy birthday.
I forgot to get her a blooming card this year.
Oh, no wonder she... Oh, crap. Moustache.
Gladys, I found her.
Phil, does Darren seem okay to you?
I think so. We had a few drinks outside the caravan last Saturday. Doesn't he talk non-stop about you? Now, are we having another fag chuck?
Non-stop? I must speak to Lynda.
Everybody's running off. I'm worried I've upset them now. Was it something I've said? Ah, they'll get over it.
In this episode, you heard Tracy Rowlings as Lynda, Veronica Jones as Tina, Mik Horvath as John, Michael J. Dean as Barry, Jayne Brookes-Clayton as Sandra, and Yvonne Taylor as Sylvia. This has been a Marde Hen production.